What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today we are here facing off against Vepsis for week number 1 of the UPBA. If you guys missed the draft analysis we did, make sure to go back and check it out. It goes over the entire team we drafted and why we drafted those Pokemon, but let's go ahead and jump into it. Vepsis had the second overall pick, if I'm not mistaken, and because of that, he was able to get Reshiram, which is insane. Honestly, I have no answer to this Pokemon on my entire roster. It's like hope and pray that I can outspeed it, that it's not Boots. If it is Boots, then if it's not Boots, then hopefully it's not Habanberry, I guess, is my really only hope. But this Pokemon is so disgusting, and it should not have been allowed, at least, especially for the points that it was allowed for, which is crazy. He's got a team with Buzzwole, though, and Corviknight as a really good defensive core. Plus, there's the type Null, Crobat to an extent, and Nido. Everything on his team can be defensive, and it's really how Vepsis likes to play. Very defensive, a long game. The good news is there's no regen on this team, which is super nice, and his only hazard setters is going to be Rocks on Celebi, Aggron, and Nidoqueen, and then Toxic Spikes on the Nidoqueen as well. There's no spikes, which is super nice for my team. Toxic Spikes is an option. I do have the potential to run a non-Levitate Weezing, but I will be running Levitate Weezing this week, so we should be pretty careful about that. But yeah, that's going to be basically it for the overview. What I expect to come, I expect Reshiram, I expect Nidoqueen, Primarina, and Type Null. Those 4 are guaranteed must-brings. Then I expect we're going to see one of Corviknight or Buzzwole, and then I think it's going to be one of Crobat or Zoroark. I don't really expect the Aggron or the Celebi to come at all. Jumping into it, our first mon is going to be our Dragapult, which has a new nickname. We're going to be going with a Doctor Who themed nickname. I've been watching a lot more Doctor Who lately. It's one of my favorite shows from back when I was a kid, and I basically all caught up, maybe like 3 years behind, so I should be caught up by the time maybe this goes out or something. But basically, this Pokemon here, the Doctor, our Dragapult, is here with the Expert Belt. Infiltrator is there in case of random screens on something like, I guess, Prim, I guess Celebi, just anything in general. Random subs as well. Dragon Darts is there because it hits the Reshiram for really good damage. It also has the ability to break through a Habanberry the first time, which is super important. And it doesn't give me a drop like Draco would, even though I have to kind of go an adamant nature or a naughty nature in this instance. It still is an option I find that is better than going with a Draco Meteor in this situation. Flamethrower and Thunderbolt are there because they hit the team for really good damage. Flamethrower hits the Buzzwole, the Corviknight for really good damage, and then Thunderbolt hits the Primarina and the Corviknight for really good damage as well. Also the Crobat too. Obviously Nidoqueen is Nidoqueen, it is what it is. I don't hit that for super effective damage. I originally had Surf on this, but I just could not go ahead and run Surf. Running U-turn I think is way too important to be able to have the ability to switch out and get a little bit of extra chip on something like a Prim when I'm worried about it living a Thunderbolt. I should just be switching around as much as I can, and then get it in range and go for game that way. The investment that I have on this Pokemon is there for Adamant Crobat, because I don't expect him to be running a Jolly Crobat. Hits basically everything for huge damage except for really the only thing is like Type Null. And Type Null, if it's like fully physically defensive, takes like 30-ish percent, 33%, about that range from Dragon Darts. So hopefully we can chip that thing down with a combination of our hazards and then just chipping it down with something else, maybe getting a knockoff on it. In general, should be a decent time for Dragapult if we can get rid of the goddamn Type Null. Our next mon is going to be Captain Jack Harkness, our Victini, here with the heavy duty boots, Searing Shot, Side Shock, U-turn, and Thunder Wave. U-turn is there for similar reasons to U-turn on Dragapult. Mostly because we want to make sure that we're able to punish opposing switch-ins. We want to make sure we're able to switch out against something like the Reshiram, which is a complete hard wall to Victini. Victini can do nothing to this Pokemon unless it's like set up, which in that case is just not going to happen. So because of that, I have Thunder Wave on it, and Thunder Wave is there because I want to be able to paralyze it so it can't set up flame charges or Dragon Dances against me. That's really the main thing. It also helps me out a little bit against something like Zoroark, but most of the time I want to click U-turn. Obviously, it can help me out in certain situations against Type Null. If I can get the right para turns, it'd be really good, especially if it's going for rest. But I'm really just hoping to kind of wear down the Pokemon with my Victini here. And Psyshock is mostly there because the answers to the Victini are mostly going to be something like the Primarina, I think, which is going to be, again, more especially defensive than physically defensive. And same thing with Reshiram, more especially defensive than physically defensive. I believe Reshiram has 100 base defense and 120 in its SPDF. So yeah, that is going to be our Victini. The investment on the speed stat is there for the Reshiram or an Adamant Zoroark, and we do take a timid Life Orb Reshiram's Draco Meteor or Earth Power from full, and Thunder Wave, like I said, is there specifically for the Reshiram. Next up is going to be Rory, our Helios, with the Assault Vest. This is my Prim answer, because Prim is absolutely insane against my team. Discharge, Surf, Dragon Tail, and U-turn. Again, U-turn, more momentum is really good for my team. So getting into this Pokemon is going to be really nice. But not the Thunder Wave. Discharge is there to weaken something like the Prim, to hit the Crobat for super effective damage, to chip down the Buzzwole, chip down the Corviknight. Just in general, a really strong move. If I can get Paralysis on the Reshiram with this Pokemon, that's huge for me. But on top of that, I have Dragon Tail as a failsafe against the Reshiram. Because of Turbo Blaze, Reshiram's ability, it actually ignores Dry Skin. So Dry Skin, which would make me weak to fire, doesn't actually make me weak to fire because it's there, which is huge for me. Girl, leave me alone, please. Shadow's jumping up on me. Like I was saying, so I can take a hit, I can take an attack with my Assault Vest from the Reshiram, and I can go for Dragon Tail. And majority of the time against Reshiram, I'm clicking Dragon Tail because I cannot afford to let that thing set up on. If it gets one Flame Charge up, it could just be game, depending on what's left, depending on how much investment or HP I have left on a lot of Pokemon. So yeah, I need to be careful against that thing. And then Surf is there to catch the incoming Nidoqueen on the switch in. U-turn hits Celebi for decent damage. That's really it. Moving on is going to be, I didn't even mention my speed stat. Again, speed stat is there for Zoroark, that's the main thing. We do take 2 Moonblast from Modest Primarina. We do take a Life Orb Modest Reshiram's Blue Flare, or Draco Meteor, or Earth Power. And like I said, the speed is for Zoroark. Our next mon is going to be Amy, our Quagsire. I was not expecting to bring Quagsire this week. Originally I had Omastar for Spikes, but it was a suicide lead, it died, and then just didn't really do anything, and I was playing 5 against 6, and if it was a Boots Reshiram, the Spikes basically did nothing for me. So instead of clicking 3 turns of Spikes, which is nice for something like the type Null, we're going with Quagsire, which can kind of help me out against a set of Reshiram. Bulldoze is there for speed control. Toxic is there to be able to whittle down the Reshiram, but also helps me out against the type Null, against the Buzzwole, against the Primarina to an extent. That's really the main focus. Scald is there to get burns on something like the Buzzwole, like the Corviknight. Again, things like this, we want to burn them. It'd be very nice for us. But again, the main focus for this is to be able to take hits from the Reshiram. And the reason why I'm not running Unaware is because I expect Draco to be coming. And Draco into Unaware will just do nothing. So I'd rather have no ability, or well, Water absorbs my ability, a second Water immunity for Prim, so that way it's forced to go for Moonblast over and over and over. I can switch into my Victini on a hard switch-in, or I can go into my Galarian, which also resists the Fairy type attacks. So in general, going fully specially defensive helps me out quite a bit because I can take multiple hits from Reshiram. The first non-boosted Draco will do like 73% at the most to me, which is still a lot of damage, but if I get the recover turn right, then it should just be GG from there, which is awesome. Or not GG, but I should at least be able to pressure it and get a Toxic off on something. So Quagsire, I think, is very important, and it was a late addition to the team, but it still is very good, I think. Our next mon is going to be Don't Blink, our Mamoswine here after the Weeping Angels. Focus Sash, Earthquake, Ice Cold Crash, Knockoff, and Stealth Rock. Focus Sash lead is the Mamoswine here, mostly because I really want my hazards and nothing else has them this week, and I kind of feel locked into bringing something that has rocks because of the Reshiram, because of the Corviknight, because of the chip I need on Null, Primarina, Crobat, etc. So running rocks here are really important. We have speed on the set for Buzzwole, max speed. I don't think max speed Buzzwole will come, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, and if Depsis is running a lower speed Reshiram, then I can just go for Earthquake and destroy that thing, which is really, really big. Again, the main focus on this is get up rocks and just pressure his team. It pressures Buzzwole, forces either Buzzwole or Corviknight to come. One of them has to come to this game. If they don't, then I'm in a really good position. So that's basically all I can say about that. But yeah, moving on is going to be Davros, our Galar here, creator of the Daleks. I feel like just this Pokemon kind of is, I don't know, it's nasty looking, Davros is nasty looking, so yeah. Rocky Helmet, Strange Steam, Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, and Haze. This thing got Moonblast. I probably run Moonblast over Strange Steam this week, but hey, Dazzling Gleam is the next best option. Sludge Bomb there for poisons rather on something like the Reshiram. Just getting any status off against it is really good to chip it down, to put it in range of attacks, to make sure that it will drop to 2 side shocks instead of be able to take it, roost up, etc. So I feel like that was the best option here. Haze is there in case it's a setup set with like Dragonette or Flame Charge or anything like that. I'd rather sack off my Weezing and have the opportunity to chip it down than just keep it there. The issue is if he goes for a Flame Charge or a Dragon and I don't click Haze, then there's a chance I drop to the next hit. Our investment allows me to take all physical attack hits from basically everything, and we have Levitate to be immune to the Buzzwole Earthquakes, and we take a Scarf, Timid, Reshiram's Blue Flare from full, and Helmet is there to punish the U-turns on Corviknight and Crobat, which are pretty important, I find, in this matchup. So guys, that's going to be it for our team for this week's battle. A bit of a new setup here going on. I have my monitor right in front of me, I have my webcam in front of me, a bit more tilted down, so hopefully you guys like it. We're going to test and see how it goes. We'll see, okay? Let's do it. It's time to battle. All right, everyone, we are back, and this team is different than what I expected. There is an Aggron, which is kind of what I expected to see. Well, I didn't expect to see Aggron actually, but I imagine that's going to be his rocker, so I might as well mark off of this. So we see the Null, we see the Nidoqueen. No, there's no Nidoqueen. Oh my god. All right. So we see Null, Primarina, Reshiram. We have Zoroark. We have a Buzzwole, and we have Aggron. So it's cool because I don't have to worry about any rocks outside of specifically the Aggron. But I'm going to lead off with my Sash Mammal Swine here. Get on my hazards. Just go from there. He has no removal. So hazards are here to stay, which is nice. But this is what we're leading with. I see potentially a lead of Aggron. A lead of Zoroark might be a thing as well. Yeah. If I see Null in front of me, even if it is the Zoroark, I have to click knockoff. But the fact there's no Nidoqueen is really nice. It really lets me free up Quagsire for the Primarina. And for the Reshiram. Alright, it also means I don't have to ever worry about clicking Discharge, ever, with my Heliolisk, which is very nice. It's pretty important, I find. Alright, let's do it. I have made quite a few changes to my set, well, a little bit of changes, and I'm hoping that it brings me good luck and it allows me to be comfortable with the way the match is going to go, so fingers crossed for that. Alright, what is Dusty going to lead with? Alistair, which is the Aggron. So, Earthquake's my play. Earthquake is my play. And we're going to go ahead and click that right now. I imagine he's going to get up Rocks, but I can always go for Rocks myself after that. So let's go get an Earthquake. Yeah, so this is the Aggron, isn't it? It is the Aggron with the Sturdy. And there's the Rocks. I can go for a knockoff here. I have my Sash intact, which is nice. The question is, what would he go into, if anything? Buzzwole potentially. I can go for my Rocks here. Question, like, does he want to keep this around? Do I have Rockers other than Buzzwole? Other than Mouse Mining? I don't, so he could expect me not to be running them. I can get a Rock up here. I'm just gonna go for my knockoff. And go with this. I think that's the safer play, as it's a fucking Custap Berry. Oh no, I keep forgetting that Custap Berry is an item. That's so big, because now I might not be able to get my Rocks up. Ah, it's so big. That's really big. God damn it. Okay, the good news is I outspeed three of his five remaining Pokemon, but I really want my Rock. That's so big. Oh my god. I always forget about Custap Berry as an item just because it wasn't released to start. Here comes the Reshiram. Okay, well let's... Okay. So, I can go hard into Quagsire here, which I think is probably my best play. Is that my best play? Going to Quag right now? Because we're expecting like a Blue Flare to come out, to be honest. I think Quagsire is the play. We'll do that. That's so unfortunate. That Custap Berry is really big because I lose my Sash. Do we see the Draco? We see the Blue Flare. Okay. Yeah, so no burn. So we also know that based on damage, it's burned down to 129. So let's go Reshiram. We know it's not Life Orb. Quagsire. Oh no, Quagsire. Draco Meteor does at most 138 if it's naive. If it's modest, well, if it's modest, we outspeed, which is good. I think here my play is going to be to recover. We're going to see him just hard switch, which is fine, into what he goes. Serious, which is the Prim. Interesting. We are Spit Death. This thing does have Energy Ball potentially. Primarina. Energy Ball. If it's not Specs, how much does that do? It kills me, doesn't it? Yeah, it destroys me. So we're going to switch out here, and we're going to go into Rory. If he goes for a Water move, fine. If he goes for a anything, Energy Ball, fine. Moonblast, I take 2 because we're Heliolisk. But we're going to see Moonblast come out. There it is. We will not take 2 anymore. That's Specs. So Heliolisk. Is it Specs? Specs, Moonblast. It should do half. The amount to a quarter. That has to be Specs. Probably Specs. Okay. I can go for a Discharge here. The question is, what comes in? What comes in on me? Potentially is going to be type Null. Like, I go for a U-turn here, and if he stays in, I go into Wheezing. Wheezing takes... Oh my god, it's still 2 a KO with Specs. Let's see. It's like, do I play the role of him going into... Do I play the chance of him going into the type null? I think I kind of have to. We're just going to go for the discharge here. He's going to not give us chip, which is smart. Yeah, there is the type null, right? Yeah. Okay. Not getting on my rocks is so big. Ugh. 30% does not go through either. I'm going to go for a U-turn. I'm going to go into my Wheezing here, get a bit of chip off it with its own U-turn. So I'll get the, let's see, 10, 15% that was with the discharge. This little 5% here, 3% here with the U-turn, and then I'll get a helmet chip off on it as well. So let's go into this. Oh, God. See a U-turn come out, yep. Honestly, me not getting up my rocks there is so big. If I gone for rocks and then knockoff, like I was thinking of doing, it was a 50-50 there of which one do I want to go for first. I just wasn't expecting Custap Berry. Just was not expecting Custap. Okay, back into the Reshiram. This Pokemon's so stupid. I can't believe they allowed this Pokemon. Like, they wanted to try and balance things out, but the difference between this Pokemon and something like my, something like, what is it called? I can't even think of the name, oh my god. My Quagsire is just ridiculous. Okay, here I can go for a Sludge Bomb, I believe. I think I kind of have to. Do I just lose to Buzzwole? If I do that, I have Victini still around, which is nice to help with Buzzwole. And I guess Quagsire too, because I can Toxic it, but that's really it. Just the Blue Flare is not great, obviously. I think he goes for a Draco. I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb here. He just hard switches. Into what? Okay, oh my god, we get a Sludge Bomb off on the Primarina. Holy shit, that's huge. That's so big. That's so big. No poison, though. I think Moonblast is pretty free for him, to be honest. And I kind of just want to go for it again because I want to stop him from being able to just switch in for Dragon moves. So I'll go for another Sludge Bomb here. There's the Psychic. I wasn't even thinking about Psychic. Oh, damn it. I wasn't even thinking about Psychic. Jeez. I go Captain Jack here. We know it's Specs. The question is, like, what does he go into? Like, what does he go into if I go into Victini? He chooses a Sack. No, he goes into Reshiram. What am I talking about? Let's go into Don't Blink. Let's get on my rocks. Oh, so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Not getting up rocks early on in the game was just absolutely devastating for me. Let's go for rocks. Specs for him causing problems. Causing so many problems. Okay. There's the Buzzwole. So we'll get up our rocks here. And then we can go for a knockoff. Unless it's like super physically defensive, we should break subs. So let's go for the knockoff here. We also have Infiltrator on Pulse, which is big, and we can go for Flamethrower. It's Helmet, and we get rid of the Helmet at least, which is good. And we're going to see a Dark Lariat. Oh, so we get the KO on the Helmet. Oh, this gets the KO on us. We're really not on a good start because we lost our Wheezing to deal with this Pokemon. That really hurts us. Of course, it gets the attack boost here. Defense boost. Oh, even worse. Actually, not that bad. I can go into Captain Jack right now. We are Boots. If he goes Reshiram, so be it. I can go for a Thunder Wave on that thing. Again, right now, I don't know how I'm beating the Type Null. That's just, I don't know how I'm beating Type Null. I can go for Searing Shot here, which helps out against Prim. If he goes for Reshiram, that's fine, I guess. But the fact that the Mouse Line is gone, this thing has a lot less utility. I'm going to go for a Searing Shot here. He switches out. Yeah, so this thing is definitely Boots. If he's going into this Pokemon now, it's Boots, 100%. Okay. Jeez, that does nothing. That is nothing. Okay, that has to be... No, I mean, like... This is the thing. My team, Reshiram is the worst Uber for me to face off against. Offensively. Or defensively, me taking the hits. But what makes matters worse is he has arguably some of the best answers to Dragapult as well, which is, that hurts. Yeah, Searing Shot is 8 to 9%. Super duper. I'm going to go for a Thunder Wave here. It's the best thing I could do. Oh my god. We lost Mamoswine too on top of that. Alright. We're going to see a Thunder Wave come out. It does connect, which is good. If we see a Draco, I guess that's fine. It's fully paralyzed, which is good with me. I'm okay with that. Here I can go for a Psyshock. He has a free Draco Meteor right now. Like, everything dies to it, which is a problem. So let's go for a Psyshock here. This will do 31 to 37 if it has no bulk at all. I mean, Earth Powered, we take this hit. Not well, we take the hit. Let's go for the U-turn here, I believe. Is what I want to do. I'm kind of wishing I had Dragon Pulse now, to be honest, but I don't. On my Helix, so I was debating Dragon Pulse versus Dragon Tail, and might have been a mistake, but it's okay. Like this, oh my god. The overall matchup gives me a chance, but right now it's just, I'm so fucked against this Pokemon. Causing me so many problems. Let's go into Amy here. God, with Prim being Specs, I was not expecting Specs Prim. Type Null being around still sucks. Goes for Roost. Yeah. So this thing, it's pretty straight. Okay, so right now I actually kind of know what it has. It's got Blue Flare, it's got Dragon Move, it's got Earth Power, it's got Roost. So no setup, which is nice. Question is, what does he go into here? He can go into Prim. He can go to Zoroark, which again, I don't think he does. He can go to Type Null. Like, he might stay in on me. If he does, I kind of have to go for a Recover, to be honest. Or a I think after a Bulldoze, maybe I do outspeed. I'm -2. So it's paralyzed. It's not -2, it's paralyzed. I can actually, come on, let's go showdown. There you go. -1. I guess the 52. Quagsire is at 49. If it's max Timid, which I don't think it's going to be max Timid. So I'm going to go for the Bulldoze here because I should outspeed it after. He's going to switch out. Okay. Go into this thing here. Just fine, I guess. Under 50%. We're definitely expecting a fat rest here. That's for sure. If we're expecting the rest, what do I go into? I can't go into anything. Nothing breaks us down. Let's go into the Doctor, I guess, because he doesn't rest. But no, we just basically... oh my god, I just can't break this Pokemon. I knew I was going to lose to either I couldn't break Type Null, and by extension Buzzwole, or Corviknight, whatever you want to call it, or I would lose to Reshiram. And there was the rest, so... yeah. How much does Dragapult do to Type Null? Type Null. If it's got max HP, it's got no defense. We do a whole 27 to 33%. Oh my god. Let's go for Dragon Darts. I can't break this thing. He just stayed in. Okay. Goes into Buzzwole here. I forgot Buzzwole's still around. Yeah. Go for Darts. And then I can go for a Flamethrower here. He's going to find out that I'm not locked in. He also finds I'm not banded too, but we get the KO here with Flamethrower, which is nice. Unless it's like Super Spidef, which I don't think it'll be. So there we go, that's the KO. You can try going Prim. Prim should be in range of Thunderbolt. Because right now, here's the thing. Outside of specifically Sucker Punch from Zoroark, which is a problem. And, what else? Sucker Punch from Zoroark, or here's Ryoka, which is... this here is a nice little Zoroark. Which we're going to switch out on. And go to Amy. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. Because that's Sucker Punch. Goes for knockoff, so it might be Scarf? I don't know. Oh my god, that's so much damage. Let's recover up. Ugh. Quagsire against Zoroark. Choice Scarf. Knockoff. Again, I have no defense investment, so not the best. Naive. Let's see. Knockoff does about, yeah, it's like offensive, physically offensive. When it comes to the regular Prim here, which is not great, but we'll recover up. This thing goes for Moonblast. I'm kind of screwed. Primarina, Voice Specs, level 50. I take the Moonblast not well, again, that's the problem here. It's like, I can go into Rory, I can go for a Thunderbolt then, after that, which I think has my play, with Pulse. So let's go into Rory here, and let's lose our Helix, which did nothing for us. Oh my god. Not getting up rocks early on kind of hurts, but in general, I think the team that I brought just wasn't suited for this team, for this offensive build that he brought. And just Victini in general. If I brought Machamp, I might have had a better shot. I think that Prim would have outsped the Machamp, which is probably a bad thing, obviously. But Machamp coming in this game would have been so nice for me because he couldn't just sack off Buzzwole. I just didn't have enough answers for his offense. Just Energy Ball, yep. We die. I can go to Pult here. He could be Scarf on his Zoroark. That definitely is a possibility. I may just have to call his bluff. Okay, and let's go for a Thunderbolt here. Thunderbolt, like max HP Prim should KO. We do 50 to 58 to max HP. Gonna switch out. Probably goes into the... Yeah, there it is. There is the Pult Killer itself. We're gonna do less than rocks, this thing. Stupid. This is so stupid. Oh my god, this Pokemon's stupid. We're gonna have to go for darts, hope for really good turns with Sleep Talk, some crits maybe. Oh, we can't even get crits. It's battle armor. Look at that damage, that's nothing. If we actually get some really good Sleep Talk turns, we have a chance. If we get some good Sleep Talk turns, we have a chance. This thing goes for a U-turn right now, it's huge. Of course it gets Shadow Claw on the first one! Oh my god, of course it gets the first one. I just need some good Sleep Talk turns. I just need some good Sleep Talk turns. I just need some good Sleep Talk turns. Come on. Go for rest. Go for rest. Go for rest. Go for rest. Thank you. Okay. This thing is still asleep. I have to go for the Dragon Darts here. If he goes into Prim, I Thunderbolt, and I get the KO on it. He's going to let me have it. Okay, so we broke down the Pokemon here because we got a good Sleep Talk turn. We just needed one good Sleep Talk turn. That's it. Okay. Okay. Pult is around. Victini's around. Problem is, I think he's Scarf on the Zoroark, which is not good. And we're out of sacks too, which is a problem. If I lose Zoroark here, exactly here I lose, don't I? Go to Amy. On the potential Sucker Punch. Yeah, he knows my full moveset now too. I believe I've shown U-turn. Do we see a U-turn here? Oh god, it's so big. I just have no way of beating the Zoroark now. If it's Scarf, I lose. If he's got Sucker Punch, I lose. Because he's played around it well, and again, I don't know if it's Scarf or not. I just don't. At least here comes Prim. I sack Captain Jack here. Sack Captain Jack. If he goes for Energy Ball, I might actually take the hit. If he goes for Moonblast, maybe too. Let's see. Victini against Prim. Moonblast is 40% roll. 75 HP tops if it's modest specs. So this is a high roll if he gets it. He goes for Scald. Okay. The fact that he went for Scald there, I kind of want to go into Quagsire. Oh my god, if I stayed in with Quagsire, holy shit, I was in such a good spot. I can go for a Bulldoze, which would help me out against kind of everything in a way. Does it help me with everything? Let's go into this. Oh my god, if I stayed in there, I actually had a shot at winning. If I stayed in there, I had a shot at winning. Crazy. Let's go for the Bulldoze here. Or... I think I gotta go for the Bulldoze. We'll go for Bulldoze. Such a big play. Such a big play. And this one is actually the Reshiram here. And we get the paralyzed... we paralyze it, which is nice. We get the Bulldoze damage off too, but... Holy shit, is that a crit? That is a critical hit. Does not matter though. Doesn't make a difference. I'm gonna recover here. It's still a speed. Oh, it's max speed timid. It's gotta be max speed timid. And we live it. We live it. Let's go. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting to live. Holy shit, okay. Let's go for a Bulldoze here. Gonna stay and go for another Draco. We are not unaware, so this will do less. Unless he crits me. Yeah. I crit him there, but I mean, this crit did not matter at all. At all. Okay. Well. It's Pult against the world. It's Pult against the world. It's crazy, because if I stayed in and clicked Bulldoze on that fucking Prim, holy shit. If I just said, no, I'm going to sack this off. But I didn't. It's going to give me the Reshiram. This Pokemon is so stupid. And the fact that it shut down, I think, it shut down, let me do the math. It shut down my Victini. It completely neutralizes Mamoswine, unless Mamoswine's Scarf. It shuts down Scizor. It destroys Weezing. Weezing can't do anything to it. Healers can't do anything to it outside of Dragon Pulse, which are just roost off anyways. It's crazy. Crazy. Did I reveal U-turn? Come on now. Did I reveal U-turn? I did not reveal U-turn technically. So, let's go for the, he's gonna be Scarf. Yeah. So, you got me. 2-0 win for Vepsis. Better than I expected, to be honestly, after the way this started. But, like, I just had nothing for the Reshiram, and it caused so many problems for me. But if I had, maybe if I was Choppleberry, not Choppleberry, Culberberry on the Zoroark, I could have gotten the KO on Culberberry on my Dragon Pulse for the Zoroark. I maybe had a chance because I would have stayed in, and yes, I would have lost my Expert Belt, but the Prim was going to be weakened. I would have had enough chances to, and like, yeah, but this game also came down to the fact that he was able to get the KO on me with not the KO on me, what am I saying? He was able to, he got the play right of me switching out of the Quagsire. If I had stayed in with Quagsire, then I don't know what he would have been able to do at that point, because at that point he's in range of literally anything, and I can just keep going for free Bulldozes. If he goes hard into, honestly at that point I go for a Bulldoze, I slow it down, and I probably switch out, and I go into Victini, because he's gonna have to switch out and probably go into maybe Reshiram, I don't know. If he was Reshiram, I just have to go for a U-turn. Yeah, like it's a tough call. I have to play aggressively at that point, and there's not really much I could have done anyways. It was more so just, it happened, tough matchup, really strong player, and I'm taking the loss to it. It happens. I'm not too burnt out about it. Yeah, so anyways, shout out to our YouTube channel members. Shout out to Liv, Eric, Zeke, and Michael Brown, our level 1s. Shout out to Tone, our level 2. And then shout out to Jay Fuka and to Sully, our level 3s. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, if you had other suggestions for tips or advice that you could have done differently, or I could have done differently in this game, let me know down in the comments. Leaving a comment is the best way to help the channel grow, so I'd appreciate any comments, any and every single comment there is. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.